to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets playing host to the LA Clippers. The Nets able to control the tip. We're underway in Brooklyn to Irving. Fires the three. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Irving. Not that time. He misses. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
George buries it on the catch and shoot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
Kyrie with the rock. For three, and Kyrie Irving. Odds are he hits that 9 times out of 10. Wide open three is good.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start dragging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
George, he made his first effort, but not that time. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
That's rebounded by the Nets. Picked up by the Nets.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Irving. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. You know Kyrie, zero hesitation. Buries it for three. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion. And it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance. And in their mind, they do. But in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
George. Paul George, 2 for 3 now here in the first. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively, he makes those clutch shots. It re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
It's good. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
And he makes them both. Brooklyn's got it. Irving. And drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Leonard. And it's Jordan there for the rebound. Irving into the front court. Up by 3. How's that for a start? 14 points in this first quarter as he knocks down the 3.
And look, I know this requires great conditioning on the defensive part, but you have to start denying him the ball. Make him catch the ball further away from the basket.
Irving with the basketball. 14-10 the score. Screen coming. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. First foul in the final 2 minutes.
The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Irving. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
to Beverly. He gets it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Irving. To Jordan, down low. Beyond the arc for three. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
And finishes strong.
Another possession, they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Kyrie Irving lines it up for two and strokes it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
That no good, off the mark. To Jordan. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Knocked loose. Here's a chance from long range. Well, he missed his first 3 from downtown, but he gets this one to go.
And it's called short-term memory. The good players don't have one.
Through one here at Barclays Center. The Nets out in front. Jay and I are back to Brooklyn right after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast, and the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
Leonard. Now that's a contest.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your pass.
Oh, a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Durant, tough matchup against George. Shot clock winding down. Durant. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Durant against George. Fires the 3. Can't go down. Smothering defense. To Leonard. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. George, not going down here. To Irving. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Irving. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And the defender over-pursues, and he's called for it.
A simple touch foul.
Substitutions, LA. Subbing in for the Brooklyn Nets. Number 8.
Nice pass to set things up. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Kevin Durant. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer, no. He's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss. 4-3. And he knocks it down, Jay. Nets have it. To Durant. From long range. Kevin Durant. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win the defensive battle.
To Williams. Kicks it outside. To Williams. Knocked loose. Nets have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Durant. Lets it fly from long range. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. It's LA Clippers ball. Kawhi Leonard, tough matchup against Durant. Fires the 3.
Defensive foul to number 7, Kevin Durant.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Second and 3, no good. Won't go. Durant across the timeline. Up a dozen. Clippers have got it. Terrific vision. Beverly. Off the mark. No good. Into the front court, it's Irving. Under a minute to go before halftime. Durant matched up with Paul George. Leonard to Williams for 3. Won't go down.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
And Kevin Durant nails it from downtown. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Beverly to Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and Kawhi Leonard buries the 3 with a hand in his face.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Kawhi Leonard, that's his 2nd personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Oh, the slam popped out. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Good. A 3 at the buzzer. Everything going right so far as they've extended the lead. That's it. First half has come to an end. It's been all net so far. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. George flushes it home. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Durant Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Paul George, knocked loose. Durant. That right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
And he hits.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Irving. Not a scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's a DJ we all know and love.
DeAndre Jordan snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Beverly buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
DeAndre Jordan, look out.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
To Jordan. Ah, the monster stuff.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
With a drop step. With a drop step. Can't connect. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Shot from the lane won't go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Strong finish for Paul George.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
The follow won't go either. Leonard. Oh, that's how it's done.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Kevin Durant with the rock. To Dinwiddie. Durant. The hot night continues. He's at 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
Kevin Durant rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
There's the toss. And that one out of bounds off a net. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Kyrie Irving. Subbing in for Los Angeles, number 22.
George hits the trifecta.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Here's Irving into the front court. The lead is 11. Durant to Jordan. Deep left corner. Durant. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And too much contact.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
That's his third personal foul. Team foul number 1. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Irving. A the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
With a drop step. Not that time. George to Williams. Oh, whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Joe Harris. That's his first personal foul. The Nets now hold.
Beyond the arc for 3. And Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
That ends the third quarter with the Nets in front. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And that halftime lead, it was cut down in the third.
And just because the numbers on the scoreboard say that you're winning doesn't mean that the feeling on the court implies that. This team is gaining momentum. If you don't do something to gain your momentum back, they're going to come back and win this game.
The assist from number 11, Kyrie Irving.
Irving to the rim. Flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract, because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
George. And he knocks it down, Jay.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Oh, they call the foul.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Paul George to Harkless. Won't go. The follow won't go either. Kyrie across the timeline. It's an 8-point lead. Even to Zubats with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Brooklyn with the basketball. The shot clock expires. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 21, Rick Beverly. Entering the game for the Brooklyn Nets.
Leonard. Ooh, he'll take that.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Irving. Man, that was a tough shot.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse, the kick out for, guess what, another one.
Turns and slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Five seconds to shoot. Kyrie Irving for 2. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. Leonard. That's how you defend. To Jordan. slams it down.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Oh, ferocious slam inside.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Here's Leonard for two. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
This is not the time to have a mental lapse.
And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Irving. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Turnovers like that at this point of the game are daggers. You can't afford to have empty possessions in the final 2 minutes.
Oh, he had it. Jordan to Durant. Irving gets it in the left corner. Clippers have it. Look out. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Durant across the timeline. His team up by one. Here's a chance from long range. 10 threes for him now in the game, Jay. Just astonishing.
And I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's only happened 30-something times since the three-point line went into effect in 1979. Goes to show you how big of a night he's having.
How old were you back then?
I was not born yet, my friend.
Boom, baby. And now a reach, and that's going to be an intentional foul. Free throws here in the final minute of play.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Can't connect on the first free throw. He missed a pair of free throws. Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
And now an intentional foul here. I don't understand why you'd want to put them on the line with this game well in the balance. Kawhi Leonard has got 2 shots coming, shooting 66% in this contest. Misses the first. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. KD with the rock. Fires the three. Tough shot. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And finishes strong.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Now the Clippers call a timeout. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a three. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Kevin Durant. Jumper's good. Deep three at the buzzer. It's the Nets who are victorious as they win this one by 4. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew,